What's the purpose of you taking pictures?
I'm just taking a couple pictures.
Of our equipment and such?
Yeah, anything. Yeah, anything that looks cool, just cool photos and whatever. I sell them and do what I do, all kinds of stuff.
Okay.
What's the problem though?
Because obviously
there's a little COVID issue. Let's get a little back, right?
With our issues with security and the issues that we've had with protests and things like that.
Okay.
We don't want people on our premises taking pictures of our equipment and things like that.
Okay.
This video comes from Bay Area Transparency. The incident started when he was simply taking photos around the public area at the Sacramento Security Center. Even though the parking lot and building were open to the public, Officer Lambert claimed that filming was suspicious, escalating things from an unnecessary ID demand to threats of trespass.
Okay.
So that's my concern, is I don't know who you are or what you're all about.
Yeah. Well, when I'm done, I'll leave and then.
Okay. What more do you need to do?
I'm just gonna walk around and take a bunch of pictures.
Okay. Well, then I'm gonna need to see some identification and make sure that your purposes are not going to be used for any malfeasance.
So I don't. I'm lost. I don't know how my identification is going to tell you that there's no.
Okay, right
bad
now it's a
for what I'm doing.
It's a very sensitive time right now. So if you want to, be off the premises and do what you're going to do, but if you're going to be on the premises taking pictures of our equipment and things, then that's suspicious to me. Okay.
But I don't understand how. Then how does my identification help you figure out whether it's not suspicious anymore?
So now I'll know who you are.
Okay. And
if those pictures lead to anything negative down the road, we'll be able to at least contact you and say, hey, what's up with the pictures doing this and that?
Well, I don't know how all that works, with the law, but do I have to show you my ID or can I keep my identity private?
Well, you can leave.
Well, I'm not done doing what I need to do, though.
Okay, and what you're telling me you need to do is not acceptable at this point in time. But then you can leave.
I don't have to leave if I'm going to go do business over there. I don't understand what the problem is.
Okay, walking around our parking lot is not doing business there, so you need to go do business there or leave.
How do you know what I'm doing or not doing, or what's business and not business? I don't understand the issue there.
I just tried to explain what's going on, sir.
I know, but you got to understand, just because you guys are having a sensitive stand, thank you for turning your body cam on. I'll turn mine on as well. Just because you guys are having a sensitive situation doesn't mean I can't be here. If it's open to the public, I can come around and do whatever I need to do and take pictures. Is that correct?
No, it's not.
Why not?
Okay?
Is the building closed to the public? Is the building closed to the public?
Are you going to go deal with city development?
Is the building closed to the public?
That is open to the public.
Okay, then it's open to the public.
Right. So
okay,
you need
so then
to go
I'm
in
good.
there and deal with that and not walk around our parking lot take pictures.
Then this is also open to the public. I don't understand what the problem. We were having a very cordial conversation, and I don't understand why the tension's rising or anything. I don't get it.
Currently now you're trespassing unless you're going to conduct your business. Okay.
I am. Part of what I'm doing right now is conducting my business.
Okay, walking around our parking lot and taking...
This video opens with one of the most legally confused confrontations in any recent audit encounter. An officer who admits the building is open to the public, and then simultaneously claims the person standing outside it is trespassing. Officer Lambert approaches a photographer taking pictures outside the Sacramento police facility. Her concern: COVID, security, protests, equipment photography. Her demand: identification. The photographer's question is the only one that matters. I don't understand how my identification tells you whether it's suspicious or not. Lambert cannot answer it, because it does not. A name does not make photography suspicious or non-suspicious. A driver's license does not change what the camera captured. The ID demand has no legal function here, and the photographer names it precisely. I just want to gauge whether there is a law, because if I don't have to give my name, I don't want to. Then the line that defines this entire encounter: you are law enforcement. You are not feelings enforcement. It's your job to enforce the law. I'm not breaking the law. 3 encounters across this video: a police facility, a highway shoulder, a public park. The same pattern every time. Officer feels uncomfortable. Officer invents authority. Citizen asks for the law. Officer cannot produce it.
Pictures is not part of...
To you,
okay.
But
no.
Is there a law or something? I don't know how, like I said earlier, I don't know how this works at all.
I'm the agent of this property right here.
Gotcha.
Okay? And I've been instructed to not let anybody walk around the police facility and take pictures of our equipment. Okay? So, and if you're taking pictures of private cars, I don't know what the purpose of that would be, what a legitimate reason for that would be.
Well, I'm taking all kinds of pictures, and I have business because I'm going to the public area where I can go and ask some information.
Okay.
And based on that, I mean, I think I should be allowed to be here, so I don't get the issue at this point.
Again,
can I ask your name?
Yep, Lambert, L-A-N-E-B-E-R-G.
Lambert. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Good to meet you. I just don't understand the problem.
Okay.
I'm just trying to do my business and go on my way.
Do you have a business card?
No, I don't have a business card.
What your business is.
Well, I just told you, I'm taking photos. I use them for publications. I sell the pictures sometimes. I do all kinds of things. There's pictures all over the internet, and people pay for those because they do stories. Okay. They want pictures for their stories, and, you know, it's just
while you're on a police facility, we have the right to control your activity here. Okay, so if you want to use the public, you know, city development department, you are more than welcome to do that, but you can't just wander around the parking lot taking pictures.
Well, okay. If the parking lot is public and I'm able to go into the public building...
You want to go into the public building and we can discuss this with one of my supervisors?
No, I'm not interested in doing that. I want to continue taking my pictures and maybe not be 6 feet again like we were earlier and just do what I need to do. Like, I understand you don't want it, but that's why I'm asking, like, is there a law? Because you asked for my ID earlier and I asked, is there a law? Because I don't know that stuff. And so I'm just trying to gauge whether there is a law that says I can't do this and there's a law that says I have to show my ID, and I don't know about any of that. So I'm asking basically as a citizen, and I'm hoping you'll be honest and tell me what, because if there's a law that says I can't be in here and do this.
Correct. Yes.
Then
even though there's public access to this property, it is still a police facility.
Right.
And if you're not here for legitimate reasons, then you are trespassing.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. And I'm here for a legitimate reason.
Which I have yet to determine.
Who gets to choose that?
My supervisors.
Your supervisors get to choose that because it's a police facility?
That's why I said, did you want to go talk with the supervisor and have this explained to you?
No, I want to continue doing what I'm doing. I just want to be left alone. Like I didn't engage with you. I just was doing my thing, and I would hope that you would do that.
Why?
Because that would be the dumbest mistake you would ever make.
Okay, so obviously you're doing this for...
I'm not. It just, you can't trespass me if I'm here on public doing something. I mean, I'm in public. How can you trespass me? That's crazy.
So let's
That's
continue
just
with
crazy.
what you're doing. I'll go ahead and get a hold of one of my supervisors and we'll go from there.
Well, why don't you just leave me alone and let me do my job?
You can do your job. I'm not going to interfere with that for now.
Well, I also don't want to be followed around.
Well, that's my prerogative because this is police property, so I can follow you around.
This is public property. You're confused about that. Your sense of ownership and entitlement is crazy. Why? Am I being detained?
Yes.
I'm being detained right now.
For further investigation.
Okay. Well, if I have to stay here, I guess I'll stay here.
Okay.
You're gonna be detained for further investigation?
Yes.
What crime am I being detained for?
I've already explained it. We'll wait for the other unit here.
You haven't explained that I'm committing a crime. What crime have I committed? I don't understand.
I've explained that under the circumstances, you are in violation of trespassing on police property.
I'm violating on public property. You keep saying police property. This isn't police property. No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
That fence is probably police property because it says it.
This facility is police property.
This facility is public property with the development department that I'm going to after this. So I don't understand the issue.
Is this your car here, sir?
What was that?
Is that your car, the Honda?
No.
Okay. And just have you back up just a little bit so the car can talk to...
Well, I have to be able to hear what they're saying.
Okay. Well, we won't want you getting any closer for their safety, okay? And
Well, gotcha. Yeah, I'm not getting any closer. I just want to get close enough to hear what they're saying.
Okay. All right.
And talking to you right now is blocking what they're saying. I'm just trying to hear because I don't want any weird lies.
When you walked into the parking lot, there were no trespassing signs.
Right.
You didn't see those, right?
No, there was no trespassing signs walking in here.
If you walk up to the gates there, they have the signs posted on both sides over here.
Well, I went through there and it's not posted. I tell you that much.
Okay.
I have pictures of it because I took pictures of those signs as well.
You did that? Okay.
Yeah, I'm just taking pictures of stuff. I don't understand what the problem is. This is weird.
All right, no worries.
So,
Well, let me get it. What's your first name, sir?
I mean, the same thing I asked her. Do I have to give my name? Because if I don't know how that works. But if I don't have to give my name, I don't want to.
I mean, you have my name right here.
What is your name?
Officer Google Amelie. Call me Officer G.
Google Amelie. Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean,
respectful. Do you have a first name? At least I can call you something.
Yeah, just sir. It's fine.
Okay.
I'm fine with that. Yeah. If I don't have to give my name, I don't want to. This is just weird, man.
You know, it'd be nice if we know who you are. That way we could say, okay, if another officer comes by and say, hey, you know, John Jones here, we already talked to him, he's cool, he can be here, but we don't know who you are, so we don't really know what your purpose is.
Well, that's another thing I asked. If I have to give my ID, then I will, but if I don't have to, then I don't want you guys all in my business and you know, running my name and knowing where I live and all this weird stuff, for what?
Well, if we kind of knew what business you had on the property.
I need to hear what they're saying, so if you want to walk with me over there, that's fine, but I need to be able to make sure there's no lies going on here. What are we doing here? I want to get back to work.
We're waiting for Sergeant.
For what?
Just trying to clarify, because the thing that we're unsure about right now is due to COVID stuff, if this is closed or open and things like that. So I'm just trying to clarify real quick, if we're closed, then that's one thing. If we're open, then you're good to go. Yeah.
So
I'm gonna go see the Okay.
I've already asked the question. Is the development department open? If so, it's open, and you guys can kick rocks. I mean, what the f? At this point, I'm getting irritated.
If that's what you're on is developmental department, then...
Well, but it's none of your business. At this point, I'm getting irritated because she doesn't know her job. How long has she been a cop? Like a month? Come on, man. This is crazy.
Well, we'll get this all sorted out. Get you on your way here.
Well, now I've been detained for what? You guys... But you don't know your job. You already said this is open to the public, so what's the issue?
I want clarification from myself.
So you can detain somebody to get clarification that this place is open even though you said it's open. Oh my God. Well, if I was gathering intelligence on you guys, I sure ain't finding any.
So he has the ability to be here.
Okay.
So now I've been detained for how long?
We're just getting clarification. So.
But the thing is you cannot detain somebody unless you have reasonable suspicion of a crime. What was your reasonable suspicion of a crime? You had said earlier, and remember, I have it on camera, that the building is open to the public, which means this is open to the public. But that means the property is open to the public. Hey, keep it down. The property is open to the public. Keep it down. The property is open to the public. You hold on. The properties, I've been detained for 20 minutes for something that I'm doing that's legal. So you keep it down. No. The property, calm down and be quiet, okay? Pipe down. Listen, the property was open. No, I'm free to stay as well. The property is open to the public. This is open to the public. And I can be here. That's the thing. I don't know who that is. That's the thing, is I can be here and you guys just detained me for over 20 minutes for some shit. And you guys don't even know what you're doing. Now, instead of getting contacted by an officer that I can speak to, they're just giving me a number.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye.
This is a service you get in Sacramento.
So you can call our dispatch and give my sergeant a message and he will contact you, okay?
Yeah, I'm not giving you guys my number. Hey, check it out. Public photography is legal. This is public. Go study up on it, because you can't detain somebody for trespassing on public property. We can take pictures of your car. Just because you guys have a heightened awareness doesn't mean the law changed. How long have you been an officer? Thanks for turning on your body cam. You're horrible. That was horrible. Fail.
All right.
I don't know how long you've been an officer, but you need to learn something. That's garbage.
We're done here, so you can...
So, yep, see you later.
Yep.
You're dismissed at this point. I would get back to work.
Yes, you are.
You are.
All right, sir. Have a good
Garbage.
day.
You too.
You gonna join me for lunch?
Yeah, I'm just gonna hang out. Yep. I'm just trying to figure out Maybe if I watch what you do for a minute, I'll understand why you don't know the law. Maybe you don't use your time to study it or something. I'm not sure. So it's like a experiment at this point, like, you know. Why?
This segment closes the Sacramento encounter with the most publicly thorough officer critique in this entire video, because the photographer does not just win the argument. He delivers a post-detention assessment of Lambert's performance while walking away on camera. You cannot detain somebody unless you have reasonable suspicion of a crime. What was your reasonable suspicion? You had already said the building is open to the public, which means this is open to the public. The detention reached 20 minutes for photographing in a publicly accessible area, with no crime committed, with no statute cited, with an officer who turned her body camera on only after being asked, and who still could not name a law that had been broken. If I was gathering intelligence on you guys, I sure ain't finding any. Then the sergeant confirms. He can be here. The detention ends without a charge, without a citation, without an ID obtained. The walk of shame declaration is the most comprehensive in this compilation. How long have you been an officer? You need to learn something. That was garbage. You're horrible. Fail. You are dismissed at this point. Then the final observation, delivered while following Lambert back to her patrol car, just to watch her work. If I watch what you do for a minute, I'll understand why you don't know the law. Maybe you don't use your time to study it. I'm just going to. It's like an experiment at this point. Why is the officer so ignorant of the law?
Why is the officer so ignorant of the law type thing?
It's clear that Officer Lambert didn't understand the law. That's why she kept avoiding every request to cite a specific statute. Mere suspicion isn't enough to demand ID, and each of her answers only highlighted the lack of legal basis for the stop. In the end, the officers had to admit there was no violation to act on. If you believe Officer Lambert was in the wrong, drop a number 5 in the comments.
Traffic complaint regarding you and how you're driving.
I don't know anything. I don't know anything. I don't know what you're talking about.
I need your license.
I'll give you my license.
I'm going to have you come out of the car.
I'm not coming out of the car for nothing.
I promise you you're going to come
I promise you I
out of the
won't. I promise you I won't.
What's that?
I promise you I won't. I promise you I won't come out the vehicle. No, you're trying to intimidate me. You're telling me.
I'm not trying to intimidate you.
Yes, you
You're
are.
driving. You're tinted windows.
Being recorded. Being recorded, by the way.
Unsafe lane change. You're being recorded right here. I'm sure you can record all you want.
Cool.
That's perfectly
You almost
okay.
knocked me off
That's
the road.
perfectly
You
okay.
almost
I
knocked me off. Yes, you almost knocked me off. You're bullying me from behind.
From behind?
Yes. And an unmarked vehicle.
Make sense.
An unmarked
It
vehicle.
doesn't even make sense.
Yes, it does. An unmarked
Everything
vehicle.
valid on your license?
My license is valid, man.
Okay, any reason why you're driving on the shoulder of the highway? Speeding?
Driving on the shoulder of the highway?
Yes.
I was not driving on the shoulder. I have my dog in the car. What are you talking about? I just got a car wash. I know I got tattoos on my face. I know I look like. I know.
Tattoos on
Sure.
you. I'm trying to make it that kind of issue.
I'm sure. I did not.
Shot way too long to take.
Do you have proof of that, sir?
What's that?
Do you have proof of that?
Yes, I do.
Okay, where's the proof?
See the officer right behind you?
Yeah.
He was the one that called you in.
Where's the proof?
He was following you.
Okay.
While you were driving.
Does he have proof of that?
recklessly. Yep.
All right, cool.
Sit tight.
All right. Hey. No, my hands are like this. Hey, I want to speak to the supervisor.
Yeah, you can.
All right, I'm good. I want to speak to the supervisor.
No, get in the car. Okay?
Don't tell me what to do.
Really?
Don't tell me what to do.
We'll sit back there.
Don't tell me what to do. I know.
Oh, you know?
I know what he just
Okay.
told me. I know what he just told me. You got proof of it? All right, just make sure. All right, anyways, I want to talk to your supervisor. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Stay in your car.
Appreciate it.
All right, Andre.
And I'm a correctional officer also, so.
Listen, here's the deal. We're not going to write you, okay? Listen. The way you're driving is reckless. Okay?
Okay.
You could have hurt yourself. You could have hurt somebody else.
Mhm.
All right?
Yeah.
Why are you driving like that? Suppose that.
Driving like what?
You
I don't.
almost hit me with that on 5'9".
I wasn't-
Sorry, I'm not going to argue.
Okay.
Here's the deal.
All right.
Slow down.
Have a good day.
Drizzy Dre Martinez stood his ground after an unmarked patrol vehicle pulled him over and accused him of driving on the emergency shoulder. He demanded proof and refused to be pressured into admitting fault. In the end, they had to let him go without a ticket.
This is the shortest and most efficiently resolved encounter in this entire video, because Drizzy Dre Martinez demands proof immediately, names the absurdity of the unmarked vehicle, and the officer eventually confirms there will be no ticket. An unmarked patrol vehicle pulled him over claiming he was driving on the emergency shoulder and speeding. His counter: "You almost knocked me off the road. You were bullying me from behind. An unmarked vehicle makes no sense." The officer says another officer called it in. the one following him. Drizzy's response. Does he have proof of that? The answer is yes, the trailing officer has it. But the exchange that follows reveals the weakness in the stop. The officer spent more time defending the unmarked vehicle and explaining why she was there than explaining what law was broken. I'm a correctional officer also. The revelation changes the tone. The officer confirms, I'm not going to write you. The way you're driving is rough, but I'm not going to argue. No ticket, no fine, no citation, and the person who was almost pushed off the road by an unmarked vehicle drives away with nothing attached to his record.
It's a clear reminder. During any traffic stop, you always have the right to ask for evidence.
So how old are you, sir?
18.
18?
Yes, sir. I went to Farmington and then I transferred over to Fayetteville.
Okay. You graduate this year?
I do.
I mean, I have my debit card, but
okay.
Okay. Lauren Walker is my name.
Lauren Walker?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry about this. I didn't know this.
I mean, do you think it's funny, sir?
The officer pulled this couple over and immediately demanded their IDs, as if it were a command. The woman didn't have her documents on her, only a bank card she offered for identification. But just a little laugh from her boyfriend was enough to hit the officer's ego, prompting him to pull the man out of the car and threaten her with an unreasonable citation.
Just the fact that you're checking the debit card is pretty funny.
I'm checking her name. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me tell you how this is going to go, okay? Now that you think it's so funny, I'm fixing to give her a ticket for not having her ID on her. How about that? You think that's funny?
What? How can you? Okay.
Because it's a state law.
I'm sorry.
You're sorry your boyfriend's being a
What have I done wrong? Is this
I'm sorry for this
Do
situation.
what?
Stop speaking. Stop.
Okay, go ahead and pull him out of the car.
For what? What am I being pulled out of the car for right now?
Because you think everything's so funny.
You can't. I can have an opinion. Can I not have an opinion?
You can.
What's your name and badge number, sir?
Sergeant Collins.
Collins.
Okay, with the Farmington Police
Why am
Department.
I being pulled out of the car tonight?
Because.
Am I being detained? Am I being detained?
Oh, one of those. Well, you're a funny guy. Stand right there.
I'm scared for my life right now. Yeah, I'm gonna record it all.
We're recording it too. So.
Okay, I'm glad. Like I know you
well,
are.
I'm just letting you know.
Like this. What if I haven't done nothing wrong. We're
just okay. Can I say something?
Can I tell you something?
Can I say something first,
ahead.
then you can
Yes,
respond?
sir. Yes,
okay.
sir.
The reason that we're here is like Sergeant Collins already told you.
Someone
Park
called
closes
you.
at 10 o'clock.
Someone called you.
Okay.
Yes.
What do you think happens at parks late at night? Usually that's why they have an ordinance.
People use drugs and drink.
Drugs,
but
sell drugs,
did you smell?
use drugs. Let me finish, okay?
Are we
then you
doing any of that?
Let me finish and you continue, okay? And the other is people out here underage doing stuff. Can you stop and stand right here?
Yes, sir.
Like I asked you to, please?
Yes, sir.
Can you step back? Thank you.
Yes,
I appreciate
sir.
that.
Hello.
So, we're obviously going to come check up on you. We're going to ID you, okay?
And I gave you my ID, and
Okay.
I laughed, and I've been pulled out of the
Okay,
car
but-
for laughing. Is that really necessary?
Yeah, we
for
can pull you out. We don't have to have a reason to pull you out of the car.
Can I not laugh?
And we don't have to have a reason to pull you out of the car.
I'm just a funny, like, I'm nervous, I laugh, and I'm very nervous right now.
And you feel for your life because we're so
yes, I
intimidating?
do. This man has constantly pulled me over and harassed
Oh,
me,
he
and
has?
yes, he has. So that's why I pulled out my camera instantly.
Why did he pull you over in the past? Speeding or something?
No, it's...
Had no reason whatsoever. He just pulled you over because he
I don't
didn't
have
like
to
you?
tell either y'all.
Oh, okay.
But he has.
I mean, I could run you very easily and find out why.
I know you can. Go get your go run the ID.
He's already doing that.
Good.
But you want some advice? I mean, you're 18, right?
I'm not doing anything wrong. You can arrest me for
Actually,
anything.
you are, because he could very easily write you a citation for being at the park after.
He said he would, so.
Okay. In the future, if you don't want tickets,
just leave the park, yes, sir.
No, if you don't want a ticket,
be nice,
just be normal, just be
No,
nice. I mean, there's
got
no reason for it.
I know Farmington PD is.
Okay. Well,
I'm just gonna do my thing.
Okay, you can do your thing, and you can accumulate some tickets. You get enough of them, you can frame them or something. Because there's no need for it.
Yeah. But you guys are gonna do it anyway.
No, actually, we were going to log you and ask you to leave politely, and you decided you didn't want to do that.
I laughed because he wanted to read a debit card. We couldn't just say our names or whatever.
Okay. You like being disrespected?
Yeah.
Do you like to be disrespected? Yes or no? Honestly, it's a simple question. It's yes or no.
Disrespected right now. Yeah.
Okay. Well, if you weren't here after hours, you wouldn't be even being talking to us, would you? Didn't think so.
This is what happens.
When you break the law, this is what happens.
Yeah. laughing is breaking the law. I'm getting pulled out of the car.
No,
for
being at the park after hours is a city ordinance, so yeah. And actually, I'll have to double check, but I'm pretty sure that Supreme Court has ruled that you don't have the right to videotape us.
Go ahead and check, because I can videotape whatever I want. It's public.
Sure
it's public ground. This is public. I can do whatever I want.
And it's closed, so actually it's not open to the public right now. That's why we're here, right?
It's, dude.
Right?
You're not gonna tell me I can't record right now. Like I'm
fearing
for my life right now.
Fear for your life because we're out here being sued.
I've seen thousands of people record the same thing because they're scared.
Yeah, and it went to Supreme Court, and Supreme Court.
And if anything happens, this is for my safety. That's all it is.
Can
you respect that?
Look at this.
I don't trust that. Go ahead and
don't.
Yeah,
okay.
Don't worry about it.
All right, the new generation. Gotta love y'all.
Love you too.
We're in for some doom in this world.
Love you too.
I really do love you. That's why I do the job I do. For people just like you. Because guess what? You go home, someone breaks in your house, you can call 911. Regardless of what you think of me, I'm going to show up and I'm going to do whatever I can to protect you. Even though you're in fear of your life from us.
This ain't being protectful at all. It's just harassment.
Very much harassing.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm out of the car right now because I giggled and he got...
You're out of the car, officer.
This is the most ego-driven escalation in this entire video, because Sergeant Collins admits directly on camera that an 18-year-old was pulled out of his car, not because of any law, but because Collins was offended by a laugh. A couple was at a park. The girlfriend did not have her ID, only a debit card. Collins began reading the debit card. The boyfriend laughed. "Now that you think it's so funny, I'm fixing to give her a ticket for not having her ID. How about that? You think that's funny?" The escalation. "Go ahead and pull him out of the car." The reason given. "Because you think everything's so funny." His response is the most precise legal challenge in this segment. You can't pull somebody out of the car for laughing. I can have an opinion. I'm nervous. I laugh when I'm nervous. Then the most legally false statement in this video. "I'm pretty sure the Supreme Court has ruled that you don't have the right to videotape us." The boyfriend's response. "Go ahead and check because I can videotape whatever I want. It's public ground." Collins cannot cite the case, because no such ruling exists. The Supreme Court has consistently protected the right to film police in public.
His ego is extremely offended. This isn't, I feel like if anything, this is more unsafe.
More unsafe for
I'm just gonna keep
you?
I'm just going to keep my back turned to you so you can't say her.
Okay, that's fine.
But, yeah. He started screaming and cursing and
cursing? Who was screaming and cursing?
He started yelling and cursing and getting very...
Oh, now we're lying so we can post it on YouTube?
He was getting so... I have it on video.
I have it on video too.
He literally started cussing and yelling at us.
No one was screaming or cussing, dude.
I can stop it and pull it up, but I'm not gonna.
Go ahead and post it on YouTube, and I'll post ours right next to it.
I don't even need to post it on YouTube. I just want to protect myself right now.
Okay. I protected you a lot, and you don't even know that.
I don't know you.
Yeah, you don't have to know me. I went to Iraq to fight for people like you that are over here.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. We're not doing. Sorry, we were about to leave. We got ice cream. We came right back.
And that's fine. And y'all would already been gone if you were just been compliant.
We were. He asked for my ID. I asked him why, and I pulled it out. She didn't have hers.
Then you started becoming...
I giggled because I'm nervous.
You were being rude.
I'm sorry. I giggled out of nervousness.
Out of nervousness, you giggled. No,
yeah. Do you not see my arm? Do you not see my arm shaking?
No, honestly, I don't.
You too. Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much.
How old is your girlfriend?
17. Yes, sir.
Your mom wants you to head home and call her as soon as possible. Okay? So, you're good to go. Okay? You didn't have your phone last time I dealt with you, did you?
You're a little more aggressive this time, so I'm gonna pull it out.
For his safety, is he scared?
Yeah, you're pretty aggressive every time, so I just went ahead and did it this time.
Yeah, and that's why.
And the curse words and the spitting and yeah.
Was you with him last time I dealt with y'all? When he had the 4 girls in there? You was in there?
Yeah, she was. Yeah. It's my girlfriend.
I was the same officer. You know, we worked this
yeah.
shift.
What are you going to call it? If you don't mind me asking.
Diesel mechanics.
Diesel mechanics?
Yes, sir.
That's hard work.
Yes, sir, it is. I'm a hard worker.
Good.
I'm going to oil field next.
Really?
Yes, sir.
We're at Oklahoma?
Wisconsin with my father.
Wisconsin?
Yes, sir. I appreciate you not being rude anymore.
I'm not being rude. I wasn't rude to begin with, man. It's just frustrating when people...
I agree.
You know, we're out here trying to protect people and trying to help you, trying to help anyone else.
I agree.
And when people get this kind of attitude and start filming stuff because they feel for their lives, it's kind of demeaning to us because we're out here trying to help y'all.
Oh,
I've just
been in a lot of different situations.
Sir, can you get your hand out of your pocket?
Yes, sir. My hands are up.
Here you go. Turn around. Here's your ID.
Just go ahead and put it in my 2 fingers.
Turn around.
I'm scared.
Just,
Well, I mean, you could turn your phone. I know.
Can you just put it in my fingers?
Okay. And
I
now,
appreciate it.
you know, you're trying to talk yourself into a
I'm
citation.
not. I don't want to do any. I'm just sitting here doing my thing. I just want to go on my go on my way.
Walk to your car.
Can I have my keys and my stuff in her car.
Get it. I'm there for her safety. So we're gonna let you get in your car.
She feels safe on me, not you guys. Love you too.
That ain't very safe walking. Blah, blah, blah.
Well, it's better than you guys thinking I'm gonna do something.
Okay, you have a good night.
You too.
Drive safe.
Yeah.
And this is how the Farmington Park encounter ends. Not with a citation for the park after hours ordinance that Collins threatened. Not with an arrest for laughing. But with a 17-year-old girl's mom calling and everyone being sent home. The girlfriend is 17. Her mother has been called. Your mom wants you to head home and call her as soon as possible. Okay, so you're good to go. The threat that opened this encounter. I'm going to give her a ticket for not having her ID. Evaporates the moment the conversation becomes human. The officer who admitted the real reason for pulling the boyfriend out of the car reveals the real reason the encounter is ending without charges. The girl is a minor whose mother just called. The boyfriend is 18 studying diesel mechanics, heading to the oil fields. And none of this was ever about a park ordinance. We were about to leave. We got ice cream. We came back. The most honest summary of what the stop actually interrupted. 2 kids getting ice cream in a park. A sergeant who got his feelings hurt by a nervous laugh. And an encounter that produced no ticket, no arrest, and a boyfriend who has already confirmed he will be recording every future interaction with Farmington PD. Always do well in Farmington.